운동해야지. 오늘은 즐거운 토요일 새벽 출근하고 이제 퇴근해서 집에 왔습니다. 날씨가 좋아요. 그 대신 날은 춥습니다. 미세먼지도 없는 것 같고. 그래서 오늘은 오랜만에 외출이 있습니다. 즐거운 주말을 보낼 거예요. 일단 운동하고 간단하게 스트레칭하고 팔굽혀펴기만 조금 하겠습니다.
This is the 100 Club, our look at companies that are 100 years old or older. Across the lush bluegrass pastures and limestone-bedded forests of central Kentucky, one name reigns supreme.
It's almost like a pilgrimage for some folks who are very loyal fans, come from all over the world to see where their Jim Beam bourbon's made.
Fred No is master distiller. For him, bourbon is a family business, and the bloodlines trace all the way back to 1795 when Jacob Beam sold the first barrel.
You know, Jacob Beam started off making just a little bit of whiskey, maybe one barrel a day if he was lucky.
Bourbon is now an $8.5 billion industry in the U.S. state of Kentucky, where 95% of the world's bourbon is made.
I'm Selena Wang in Hong Kong, and this is CNN.
Quest's World of Wonder, in association with Turkish Airlines.
Gorgeous. This is what a vacation looks like. It happens every year. That time when change is upon us. Magnificent. It is beautiful, blinding us with wonder. Look at that. It cannot be ignored. To see nature's orchestra of colors playing beautifully together to create this cacophony. There they are, the Finger Lakes of New York. I have a confession. I've always wanted to be a leaf peeper, to go to a part of the world and properly experience the brilliant colours as nature goes through her annual ritual. The Finger Lakes is exactly the place to be, only 4 hours drive from New York, where I can experience nature's foliage revolution and at the same time discover a revolutionary spirit amongst the people who live here. The town of Ithaca is my starting point for my well-timed rendezvous with the beauty of the season's change. It has to be said, Ithaca is gorgeous. Get it? Gorge? Kind of. Never mind. Gorging oneself on gorge puns is a pleasant pastime here. Then there are the glacial lakes, the waterfalls, both large and hidden. And all the time that I've lived in New York, I can't believe I've never been here before. Oh, yeah, catching leaves is fun.
드디어. 너무 졸리다.
And you've been waiting long enough. I'm not here to play with the leaves. I'm here to learn about how to appreciate this beauty from the experts.
I don't recommend this for everybody. This is the lighting that I pray for. I mean, it's like stained glass.
Fran Driscoll is what's known in these parts as a professional leaf peeper.
You see that far hill? That's pretty much peak right now. That's about as good as it's going to get.
They watch and report on every detail of the leaves changing colours. It means weekend visitors like me can time our visits to perfection and fully reap the benefits. I was unable to join Fran in person, so my leaf lesson had to come via modern technology. The art for me as a novice, complete novice, is knowing what is a good leaf. I mean, when are the leaves changing? This looks like it's a bit past its prime, but this one doesn't look like it's got there yet.
Well, first off, the best leaf to me is one that's still on the tree. I've been up here like maybe 4 or 5 times this year, and I've been waiting for that tree in the foreground to turn bright red. Right now it's full.
Already an avid photographer, Fran's eye for detail made him the perfect peeper.
I held my breath on that one. I'm trying to convey a feeling, is what I'm trying to do.
You love these leaves, don't you?
They make my day. It's like a living rainbow. Some parts of the United States just have yellow leaves, like aspens. And here in New York, we have rainbows. We have all the colors, even purple sometimes.
So, Fran, as I'm going round today, and what's the best way? Do I drive somewhere? Do I look? What's the best way for me to get the richest experience?
Get out of the car, take a stroll on a trail, and experience it up close and personal. It's something that shouldn't be missed. It's like an out-of-body experience sometimes. It's all-consuming.
You're giving me the words that I need to follow. I need to get up close and personal with the leaves. This is just glorious. This may not be the largest or finest specimen of leaf, but it makes the point beautifully. Look at the colour changing within it. Ignore the insect holes. This is getting up close and personal. In a year of such monumental events, I can see how coming to the Finger Lakes is already restoring my battered perspective and soul. Seeing things differently has long been part of upstate New York's charm and DNA. It is here in these peaceful, unassuming towns where birth was given to powerful, progressive ideas, like equal rights for women, radical notions in their time, which led to like-minded reformers beating a path to settle here, the so-called free thinkers.
You know, this house is not, this is where she slept, this is where she ate. It's a house of ideas.
Sally Rosh Wagner is a free thinker, much like the woman whose legacy she's keeping alive. That's Matilda Jocelyn Gage, who was a powerhouse in the early struggle for women's rights in America, a fearless fighter. Gage has been described as ahead of the women who were ahead of their time.
She says there will be no permanent peace until there is absolute equality for every group. Men and women, black and white, native born and American, rich and poor. That's it.
Where did it come from? Why does this
팔굽혀펴기 20개만 하고
what was then not just
오늘은 그만하겠습니다.
revolutionary views, but
아, 저녁에 놀아야 되는데 벌써 이렇게 피곤하면 안 되는데.
She saw it in action. That's the wonder of it. She lived in Haudenosaunee territory, and she saw a world that was the mirror opposite of her own.
The Haudenosaunee, Native Americans, whose way of life involved a form of democracy centuries old. It not only included women, it elevated them.
Culturally, government-wise, spiritually, in which there is absolute balance and harmony. And the goal is to maintain that.